Hey, what is up, traders? Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy weekend, everybody. It's Sunday. Sunday night. Welcome in. Hopefully everybody's doing good so far. Hopefully everybody's doing good so far. Let me get some likes, guys, real quick. We made some upgrades to the background. What do we think? What do we think? How we doing, guys? I always forget to make these Discord announcements before I hit go live. What's up, guys? Let me send this Discord notification out. Boom, boom, boom. 1 second. And then we'll get into the charts and get trading, hopefully. Hopefully we win, bro. All right, all right, all right. Ooh, we already got like 20 likes. Let's go, guys. You know, give me 10, literally 10 seconds. You can count down. It'll be done in 10 seconds. Watch. 10, 9, 8. I think we're good to go now. Boom, boom, boom. Then let me open the Discord up. All right. Boom. Easy, easy. I'm getting quick at this. Yo, what is up, everybody? How we doing? Good, good, good. Happy Sunday. We got Janor, Kathy, Cody. What's good, Cody? Jarrett. Gay, Jonathan Knight. Good night. Welcome in. I think the bright corner looks odd. There's room for improvement there. Okay, facts. I think we're still building on it. All right, all right. We got the charts up. What's good, SG? Streamlabs just dropped the Discord link. If y'all are not in there, man, join the Discord. Let's see what we can do. All right, so let's look. What markets are we liking on the Sunday Open? What are we liking on the Sunday Open? Ooh, wow. This sell-off on gold is a little scary. Feels like we're walking up to the edge of a cliff and considering jumping off of it. Look at this 5-minute chart, man. Just choppy, 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 but moving lower. Just slowly but surely moving lower. Did you catch the dump Friday? I did not. I need to lock in, bro. I feel like I kind of expected the dump, but yet I did not trade it. I don't know. But we're going to lock in. This week's going to be a good week for a show. Cattle. I don't even know what I'm looking at. So what is cattle, like, what is this, per pound? No, it can't be per pound. Oh, is this like for one cattle? Does a cattle cost $230? If that's the case, that's not that bad. Yo, what's good, Timo Vought? Man, if y'all are joining in here, man, make sure you hit the like button. All right, we actually have a gap down on NQ. What are we thinking, guys? Because we are now breaking below a pretty significant support level here on the daily on NQ, and we actually have a candle closer for the first time in a while here, under that support level. Damn, you're already up? Damn, bro, I'm jealous. Already up. What is how are we not looking at oil off rip? All right, let's look at oil. Man, did y'all hear it over the weekend? Trump said, blah, blah, blah. You don't reopen the Strait of Hormuz. We're going to start hitting your power plants. Crazy stuff, man. Okay, so crude gapped up to 102, which literally is an equal high. There's like an agenda for oil at 102 a barrel. Just cannot get above 102. Big gap up, sold all the way off. I'm telling you, this is 3 Sunday nights in a row that oil has gapped up and sold off. It's interesting. Like three Sunday nights in a row, oil has gapped above 100 and sold off. Isn't that interesting? Like this was 3 weeks ago Sunday night open. This was last week Sunday night open. This is this week's Sunday night open. All gaps above 100 and then sells back off. All right, so we're looking at crude here. Kind of just a test of the range high from that previous Sunday open, and now I don't know. It could just continue staying range bound. It feels like oil's leveling out a little bit. There's obviously a lot of potential volatility that could happen here, especially if I mean, we'll know. Okay, so he said 48 hours from like Saturday afternoon. So I mean, there'll be some volatility tonight on crude, I'm sure. NQ, says Rich. Yep, we're gonna look at NQ. Man, we already got 150 people in here, dude. Let's go. Man, y'all, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get to 100 likes pretty early here. Should be PM. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's check. Did we miss anything else? IRGC, if Trump executes threats that target Iran's energy facilities in countries that host U.S. bases will be lawful targets. Okay. Okay. NQ's just in a little bit of a range here. We well, that's a 300-point gap. Then we bottomed out and we're right at the midpoint. We have VWAP here that we're attempting to hold. We'll see. We'll see if that wants to hold or not. Gold's running up. Let's check that out. Let's yeah, that's a strange 5-minute candle. See if that one holds. See what gold looks like on like the hourly. Whew. Keep getting stopped out. It's wiki. Yeah, it's a pretty wide range here for a Sunday night open, to be honest. We got 15 minutes till that 7 o'clock. Here we go. NQ selling off a little bit here. Okay, we've got almost a 20-point candle here. NQ selling off now. I wonder if there should be a potential reversal at some point here. We've got a 120-point range from pretty much lows of session to current price, trading here at 24,000. Let's pull up crude because we want to see what crude's gonna do. I might be interested in like a little reversal trade on NQ. Just to maybe trade this back into the VWAP, to be completely honest. And it's gone. That didn't last very long, did it? It's a quick little 20-point bounce off the lows. So we got NQ trying to hold the VWAP to the upside and crude trying to break the VWAP to the upside. Or trying to hold the VWAP to the downside. Crude trying to break the VWAP to the upside. Yeah, I was thinking about like getting long somewhere in here, but that did not last very long. Quick bounce, quick bounce. Anybody interested in getting long on crude? Oh, yeah, just gappy wiki stuff. Yo, what's good, Lexit? What long on M&Q? Long crude, long M&Q. You know what I always say whenever we do these streams? I always tend to get in a position right before that 7 o'clock open. I'm going to let that candle come and go. I hate being in a position right at the top of the hour. It's 7 o'clock candle comes. Yeah, we're going to wait. We're going to wait for that candle. I absolutely hate being in a position when that candle comes. What's good? What's good, Bam? Welcome back. All right, we've got 10 minutes, bro. Death candle on gold. Uh-oh. Ooh. Yeah, man, it's hard to trust, like, you gotta, it's weird with this price action, right? This is the, oh no, my headphones are gonna die. No. This is the 5-minute chart. What do we got, like 5 to, let's just guesstimate that this is like an hour and a half of just continued selling. Like, if buyers were gonna step in here, like, we would actually see some attempt instead of just this random 5-minute candle. I find it so hard to trust. Like, okay, buyers were not willing for the last hour and a half to even attempt to flip a candle, and then all of a sudden we just get like a no wick either side, just boom, like, you know what I mean, kind of an engulfing. They're tricky to trust because, like, where was that action here? All of a sudden it boom. And then that gets met with more selling. Yeah, gold just got smacked. Interesting to see gold make that move before the open here. Really interesting. Oh, NQ getting smashed too a little bit. Yo, what's good? Hope your weekend was good. It was great, man. Appreciate that, Burberry. Hopefully y'all's weekend was good as well. This is a buy on gold. There's options. Been a minute, bro. Been a minute. Some people want to buy gold right here. We got to wait till the open, bro. Got to. That's one of the rules I'm going to try to follow a little bit more. What's good, Ricky? Welcome back. I should follow that rule. I mean, if you take a trade, if you've been in a trade or like taken a trade, it's just, I mean, it's just kind of, I'll hold one if it's break even, but I do not like to hold them into this candle. I don't like to try to get into a position this close to the open. All right, man, we're about to have a green day lock in. A green night. I'm feeling it, brother. You want them to trying to make an effort this week to not buy in the middle of ranges. Trying to make an effort this week to not be so reactive and more proactive, or like, you know what I mean? Be confident with our like higher time frame buys and where price is likely to move, and just take the damn entries and be patient, hold them a little bit instead of trying to be so reactive to like what I'm seeing in the here and now. You know what I mean? Just try to position ourselves better. We're about to see. NQ selling off a little bit. NQ getting smashed essentially. Crude is holding a nice little range here, right? Like compressing nicely right there at the VWAP. Seeing buyers kind of sustain this market structure right here at the VWAP. Might see a breakout. Might see a breakout on Crude actually. Especially if NQ breaks down. Do you ever feel like when you enter a trade, it immediately goes against you? Bro, yeah. All the time. You kidding? Okay, this is it. I mean, we're getting some movement here before the open, which is just exciting. See if it gives us a reversal opportunity on some of these markets. What's gold doing? Gold's still selling off. Previous... Yeah, we got lows on gold sitting at 36. 36. 44, 36. NQ's free falling. You're what on the gold trade? I'm out of the gold trade. Yeah, just this is I mean, I don't hate trying to take like a little retracement trade or something right there before the open. You don't typically see this much movement there before the open. It usually comes after. NQ is dumping, bro. Actually dumping. We have a little support level here on the 5-minute, but we're coming into it so aggressively that I'm a little hesitant. But we might see a bit of a reaction here at the 70s. VWAP on NQ is sitting at 24,020. Have you ever felt frustrated trading? Y'all are preaching to the choir. Yeah, bro, I get frustrated trading. Y'all watch the stream long enough, you'll see. I get frustrated. Well, there is a little bounce here. I mean, that's a 25-point bounce on NQ there. Off of that structure. I mean, that's a trade, right? If you wanted to take that. It's just so close to the open, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. We have 5 minutes to go. Just be patient. Oh, wow. Big move on Crude. Pretty big move. 40-cent rip through the VWAP. The Top Step risk team increased my position limit to 15. So that means we can use 15 micros, which is pretty good size. What's cool about that is when you're in the live account, like the scaling rule is this. It's like same micros minis. So like if I wanted to, if my max it was 10 contracts, regardless of if it's micros or minis. So like I could only use 10 micros, but now I can use 15 micros or 15 minis. Like it's either or, which is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Nice swing. Okay, here we go. We got the open in 3 minutes. Dude, we got a lot of viewers in here, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all have not. We are trying to get active here in a second. I can't get into a trade right before the open here because I'm gonna get ripped on and y'all know it. You know it, I know it. I just can't do it. Is stream delayed? No, I'm saying like if I, you know what I mean though. I'm just trying to. that's yeah. I don't understand it, but that's what it is. 12 days profitable. Top step, nice, bro. New office, yeah. I put up some puck lights on it. Looks pretty cool so far. I also did this. Somebody told me to do some like background lighting. Look how my face is illuminate. Watch. No illumination. Illumination. We're going professional. All right. What's more important is taking profitable trades. Let's get some profitable trades. All right, we got the open here in about a minute flat. A minute. Crude gapped up on the open. Yeah, it sure did. And it might very well trend back to the hundreds. We will see. If you get profit on Sunday, does that count towards Monday's P&L? Yeah, this is technically Monday's trading session, so yes. Dude, NQ is all over the place. We literally ping-ponged between 70s and 24,000 like 5 times. All right, here we go. We got the open right now. See what happens. NQ on a little bit of a bounce. Testing VWAP. Right now, NQ's testing VWAP. NQ breaking VWAP. Crude's still holding pretty well right here, if we're being honest. Crude trying to break the highs. NQ's getting smashed. Check on gold. Yeah, we've got NQ testing VWAP to the upside. Crude's gonna maybe shortly, if NQ bounces pretty well, Crude could be testing VWAP to the downside as well. Might be a little bit of a scalp trade if I can get in long off of 24,000 for a retest of the VWAP here. If we can hold 970s, it would be like a very quick trade. I'd want to see us hold at least mid 80s if we're trying to take a little quick dip buy here for a push back into the VWAP. I put an order at 96, but I don't know if it'll get filled. We'll see. If I get filled, I'd look to target the VWAP here on NQ. Crude's coming off a high. This looks decent. This looks really decent. Can I get a fill? No way it didn't fill. I want to see this structure hold here if we're looking for this, like trying to kind of anticipate a higher low and then a retest of the VWAP. I'm watching Crude struggle to kind of get a strong continuation move above VWAP. This is just like a quick scalp on NQ, a little base hit, if you will. Got an order. I got it at 94 if we can get filled. Stop at 88. Pretty tight stop. But I'm kind of expecting we don't just rip this low. I don't see a great reason to. Crude's struggling here. See if we can catch a little bounce here. Try to play this back to the VWAP. Let's see. No way. I hate when the camera goes out. Oh, I got filled on a wick. I love getting filled on a wick. Can we push and reclaim 24,000? I'll go break even quickly. Let's get above 24,000. Fight. Get above 24 so I can go break even, please. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get break even. Good little wick fill. Just barely picked me up. Now we're looking to see if we can go retest that VWAP. I wouldn't mind locking in some damn profit. We out. Give me my 150, bro. Give me my 150, bro. Lock in. Base hit. Bow. Jose Altuve, that thing. All right, more of that. Lock in. Little scalp, bro. Let's go. I would have held that too, VWAP, if the rip wasn't so just like, if it's going to give me a quick 20 points, I'm just going to take that off the table. I'm working on doing that more too. You know what I mean? Just taking it when you get it. Like, if it's going to give me that, I'm going to take that. Do you try it again? Crude's still struggling. We'll do smaller size and try it again. Might give back a little bit, but kind of looking for this structure to hold. I guess Crude's holding pretty well here. Okay, no big deal. I'm glad I went smaller size on that. I wanted to see that low hold a little bit. That's all good. Just a little bit of give back. Although that's a lot. 50 bucks on 2 micros. Just to get wicked on. Oh well. Oh, just to get wicked on, damn it. I don't mind doing smaller size and trying that again. I think if I'm trading ES right there, maybe I don't get wicked on. No, yeah, you don't, maybe you don't get wicked on ES. I think I want to try trading ES a little bit more often because, yeah, we got wicked on. You know? Look at this thing. We got wicked on, bro. Actually wicked on. That's disgusting. How did we get back 50 bucks with 2 micros? That seems pretty, that seems like a lot. Like how? You might see this pop above VWAP for a second here. Crude just seems to be struggling a little bit. I'm gonna a little scalp short on Crude for this break above below 50. My apologies. As NQ breaks VWAP here. I'll stop it out. I think I'll stop it out if we break back through that high. But Crude should get a little bit of a rollover. If we got VWAP, we can go test VWAP. Just trying to see a little bit here on Crude, a little bit of a rollover. NQ's back to testing the structure at 25,025. Nice aggressive buying into the VWAP. Probably gets a little bit of a break. Crude, we got Crude sitting at VWAP is 30 flat. Yeah, there goes NQ. Crude should be selling here. Man, I can't believe we took a buy there and got wicked out. I don't know what I did wrong. I guess that's just the nature of NQ, right? I think we want to see Crude a little bit weaker here on that rip compared to NQ. Just kind of trying to play this Crude trade back into kind of this previous structure, maybe VWAP, but NQ's breaking out. Crude broke above VWAP with a nice candle, but now it's seeing a lot of hesitation and kind of fading lower. I would not be surprised to see us kind of extend, go pick up that order at 28. Right about now. Yeah. Hey guys, how many likes do we have on the stream? Can we get 150 likes on the stream first? Can't see your Crude trade. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's hard to... We're live on YouTube. BPC Trades on YouTube. Do suggest y'all joining up over there. Appreciate the Malik with the follow on YouTube. Ivnit with the follow on YouTube. All right, NQ's pulling back a little bit. Should I just cut this? Nope. NQ's trying to hold VWAP as support now as we break above it. NQ, new highs. NQ new highs. Trying to get that $50 back that I got robbed of on that NQ wick. Crude's breaking lower here. Fill that order. NQ's still breaking out. Crude should be filling this order here soon. It's at VWAP though, so maybe a little bit of hesitation. Can you deposit your own money in Top Step Live? No. No. But I did hear that they're coming out with a brokerage, so. Okay, come on, Crude. I get that we're at VWAP, but NQ is ripping. Come on now, work with me a little bit. I think I'm going to kick myself if I don't lock in something and get bounced on Crude. I think I'd be frustrated. Because it is at VWAP. Why would I just ignore that, you know? Just does not... Yeah, I don't know. We'll hold on to it for one more second. As long as NQ keeps pushing these highs, I want to leave it open. You know? NQ trying to break higher. NQ higher. Let's go, Crude. You call yourself greedy in your exits. I don't know, man. I don't really consider myself greedy. I took it off though. What's good, Austin? Welcome in, bro. Welcome back. All right, so we're up on the session so far. NQ's breaking out. Let's look at gold. Oh, gold ended up breaking that low there at 37 for a moment. Did not notice that. NQ with a really strong bullish candle right there off of the VWAP. We are pushing into structure here at 25,087. We'll see what the reaction looks like there, but certainly looking strong on this candle at least. About a 50-point move up on this candle so far, or a little bit less than 50. No, about 50. I'm not wrong. Thoughts on trend lines on the 5-minute or even 30-second? Yeah, trend lines, sure, they work. I think I prefer to use a moving average. But yeah, trend lines work pretty well, I guess. I mean, if price is continuing to do something, right? Like, and it's working. Like I'm saying, everything works. It's just understanding when it has a high probability of working the next time or doesn't have a high probability of working the next time. Use a little bit more context sometimes with certain strategies. It's a formula of just trying to figure out when a trade has a high probability of working out, when it doesn't. But I mean, everything works, you know, essentially. Dude, we got 350 viewers? Was that a pretty good scalp trade or what, man? Let's try to do something more like that. I've been pretty good at catching literally bottoms on these scalp trades. I need to lock in on that. We need to lock in. All right. I mean, are we interested in trying to buy NQ in the middle of the range? I don't know. We are still in a downtrend on the hourly. I've got the 50 EMA up on the hourly chart, guys. That's a pretty damn good indicator of kind of our short-term trend, at least day-to-day, kind of day-to-day through the week, right? It's a pretty good trend indicator there. The 50 EMA. 200 EMA if you're looking like, actually 100 EMA if you're looking from like kind of more of a swing trade perspective, days to weeks mainly. The 50 EMA on the hourly chart is good for like hourly 4-hour to daily trends. The 20 is good for like 30-minute to hour. The 200 is like weekly and monthly. But that 50 is a good little sweet spot for day traders just to determine trend. For day-to-day through like a week's period of time. Because how many candle, it trails 14 candles, right? Or no, it trails 50. What am I talking about? Wait, this is 20? Wait, no, this should be... Why do I have two VWAPs? Hold on. This should be the 50. Okay, now that's the 50. There we go. It trails 50 candles, and I think there's close to 50 candles in a week. I could do the math on that. There's 8 candles in a day. There's 5 trading weeks. Yeah, there's probably like 40 candles in a week. So it gives you a pretty good indication of the trend day to day, but also kind of on the week. I've been using that bad boy. I've been using that puppy. Gold, 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 gold. So what are we doing with gold, guys? Just trying to catch a low here. Where are we buying it? Where are we buying it? It's a little too low to sell, I think. For me, it's a little low. And we don't have a lot of structure to go off of. We're kind of cliff diving here. It's so low though, guys. But yeah, that is the trend. We are selling off. Selling in the hole. I mean, that's the trend for sure. It's just, oh yeah, it gets so tricky to catch the, I mean, it's as risky to take a long, but it's so it's just so, it's so extended. Like, this is a week's worth of selling. Like, we're very extended to the downside. Not that I'm expecting a crazy bounce, but it's just a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. Because I know that I should be trading it short because that's the trend. But also it's so low that I can't help but think we're going to get a bounce. Tricky spot, you know. I'm not liking the 9 EMA. Dude, dump the 9 EMA. Pick up the 50. Pick up the 50 on the hourly. Oh, big rip on gold. My headphones have said battery low for like 2 hours, and they're still holding strong. All right, we're looking at NQ, trying to kind of hold maybe the midpoint of this range. If we can form support, we could push back into this double top. Crude is teasing a sell-off here, potentially. A lot of wick rejections on Crude up there around the... Anything above 98 right now is buyers are unable to sustain. We keep getting rejected above 98 at the moment. I think NQ will give us a bit of more insight of what Crude wants to do here. I'm not gonna lie, dude. One thing I wish Top Step had this. One thing I'm starting to use a little bit more is the VWAP, but more importantly, those standard deviation bands. I want to start incorporating that a little bit more. But does anybody know how to get the VWAP with standard deviation bands on Top Step X? Because that would hook it up. That would hook it up if we could figure out that. I don't think they have it. But yeah, that in combination with like using this 50-day EMA, and you're using that VWAP with the standard deviation bands, and when price, obviously if we're in the downtrend on the 50 on the hourly chart, when price enters like an extreme premium, like way above the 1 standard deviation, looking for shorts up there, has worked pretty damn well. And it's worked pretty well over here too. It's just been a little bit accurate. I'm gonna start kind of incorporating that, not as a strategy, but like as a baseline for what I'm already doing, which is kind of trading price action. Here we go, NQ. Can't do deviation bands on Project X. That kind of sucks. They know the sauce. Oh well, I'll just have to look over here every once in a while. All right, we got NQ coming up to the structure in the 80s. It did hold the midpoint as support. It's above the VWAP. NQ is strong at the moment. Potential gap fill is something that we're going to start talking about here. We've got about 100 points to the upside to fill that gaparoo. That would be interesting. I don't know how clean we move through that, but we'll see. Why not dark mode? What do y'all mean? I have no clue, man, honestly. How do I even do that? Chat, can we get 150 likes, chat? On YouTube's dark mode. You'll have to tell me how. Standard deviation bands are on Top Step. Tell me how. No, with the VWAP though. With the VWAP. Like VWAP calculated standard deviation bands. Okay, Crude's breaking down, chat. Look, look. And NQ's breaking out too as well. Wow. Feels a little scary to try to fade this top here. Just we're holding it pretty well. We're holding it pretty well. If buyers continue pushing this, we might see another breakout through 24,100 here. See, this is where I really want to start looking for breakout trades, but it's been a bad market to look for breakout trades in. Like this looks like a prime breakout, man. This is clean. Got a double top here off of like a nice V shape. Then we come down just under VWAP, pop back above it, reclaim it, hold it as support, come up to test this a third time. This is where I would really like to look for a breakout, but they haven't been working that well, to be blunt. I mean, we all know that. The breakout trades have not been working because, well, a market that is not very directional is just not going to have as many breakout opportunities. But this looks good for a little break above like 90s here, to be honest. It's just, do we hold the range and sell? And you know what I mean? Because we've been holding ranges like nobody's business. I think we might see a bit of a break through the 90s here. Maybe if I can get a really good price for it. Let's go, YouTube. Hit the like button. Hey, everybody on TikTok, we're live on YouTube, BBC Trades. I think we're looking, man. Honestly, what I would do here is look for, honestly, some type of structure to form here and support to form here around the 60s and then just look to play the trend higher. Because right now that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a bit of a trend develop here. It's just, can we break? Do we have enough strength to break out of the range is the real question. You break 90s, you're in. Oh, you like to get in before the breakout. See, yeah, I like to get in, or you like to get in after the breakout. I like to get in a little bit before the breakout. But also, you're more susceptible to getting stuck in the range if you do that. Crude's still selling off. Crude's still selling off. 98s. About $1 off the high. Okay, look at this NQ pullback. Things might get interesting here. I would not be opposed to trying to take a dip buy here, at least for a retest of the highs. But this is kind of giving me deja vu because literally the last Asia session we traded on stream, it was pretty similar to this, and we just ended up holding in the range for at least a little while. Okay, starting to get interesting on NQ. It's interesting to see NQ selling off 30 points off that high with Crude dumping right now, to be honest. I mean, Crude's not dumping, but it's certainly a nice pullback. And NQ seems to be just fading a little bit. Well, we have some structure here that if you get into a long scalp, I'd like to see the 40s and 30s hold. Otherwise, if they don't, I mean, we're back at the midpoint, which just is more range-bound activity instead of trendy activity. I want to see a trend back to the highs a little bit. Yeah, dude. That's gonna be I hear you, Monzo. It's hard, man, because that's a strategy that very much relies on a trending market to take a breakout then a retest. It implies that a market is breaking a level of structure, a previous resistance level, and then as it comes back down, holding as support, and then moving higher, which in turn is just a trendy market, which we're not in a trendy market, so it's very difficult to catch that. Same with my breakout trades. It's been a little difficult to catch them. It's Crude is still selling off, and NQ is just weak. What do you think about higher RR traders? I say if it works for you, go for it. Okay, I was trying to get filled at 45. I'm in a little scalp trade long. I'm trying to trade this back to this structure we just sold from 57. I'll go break even if I can. Anyways, I want to see 30s kind of hold here. Because if we can't hold this, then we're trading back to the midpoint. And to be honest, if we trade back to the midpoint, we could just continue ranging. We got a fresh 5-minute candle open here. Little scalp trade. Kind of just trying to trade those back to that upper third of the range, honestly. Like the 60s. But Crude is still selling off. Don't really see why NQ's selling so hard here, to be honest. Maybe that should be a little bit of a red flag, to be honest. Crude is still selling off. NQ, can we get a bounce? Got a 10-point stop on it. A little bounce to 60s is what we're looking for. There's a lot of hesitation here. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why we're struggling so hard. Crude is still selling off. 97.96. See, that's sketchy. We just popped to 52, sell it all the way back off. This is strange, to be honest. I'm just going to go break even. I'm not loving the wicks. I'm not loving the volatility. I'm going to go break even, see if we can just hold the line. Wouldn't be surprised to see the stop out, but this is, I don't know. The buying off of this low just seems a little wishy-washy, to be completely honest. We're in like a slow bleed. The pops they don't feel very organic. I know that sounds strange, but it just immediately pops and then sells, pops and then sells. We're not seeing like a nice support form here, so I'm going to take the opportunity while I'm green to go break even. Yeah, I'm no longer liking this here. We might lose 30s here, so no risk on that. It's not holding as well as it should, and still Crude was at that point in time selling off. A little bounce now on Crude. I might try this again later, but I mean, we're selling all the way back down to the midpoint, which is just a little bit too deep of a pullback. if we're looking for like a higher low to form for a retest of the highs of that previous higher high right there, the top of the range essentially. I might try it again, but I don't know at which point, because yeah, like we should be holding the midpoint here. We're coming down to test VWAP again. That's a very deep pullback. Yeah, it's like strange. Yep. Pulled with the longs. I think that was a decent little long there. We tested that level 3 times. Crude was selling off nicely. I thought there was a decent little chance to get long there, to be honest. I mean, if we could have broken there, we could have started talking about a potential gap fill, but I think that was a good price point to get there. I don't hate it. But that's the nature of this market. It's rangy, so it's hard to take that trade, right? Like in a different market environment, that's not such a difficult trade, but it's so rangy and undirectional that that's a tricky trade, I guess. But we got in, got break even, gave it a shot, no bounce. Yeah, we're just completely selling it off. Crude hasn't really bounced significantly, to be honest. In fact, it looks like Crude wants to move lower here. If this lower high holds and we can't reclaim the VWAP, we might sell back through 98. Yeah, Crude's still selling off. So is NQ. The correlation's a little bit interesting so far. Crude is still selling. NQ's getting mollywop. We got 23,972 at the low. We have about a 30-point range in which we can maybe find a buyer. Listen, we have sold off on the 1-minute chart and we have not seen buying for 90 points. Not one green candle. Is there going to be, whenever you see so much selling in such a short period of time, you can sometimes get an exhaustion play here, like a little bounce, but it's a little risky. I mean, this thing's moving down with fierceness. Interested to see if we get a decent little bounce here, if we just sell another 30 points. I could see it going either way, to be honest. How you getting 500 tick charts on TradingView? Yeah, dude. Top Step X gives you tick charts for as long as you have an account with them, a combine, an eval, or a funded or a live account. You can get the tick charts. They have them right here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that they give them. I mean, I don't know what the deal they worked out is, but yeah, if you try to buy TradingView tick charts, which I wouldn't suggest because the data on TradingView is dog crap. I would not suggest do. I mean, I thought about it for a second. I was like, no, the data is too slow. It's not worth it. Like, it's not good to actually execute trades on TradingView. I need to stop doing it. But for whatever reason, yeah, like the data here is great, even though I guess this is TradingView. I don't know. It's interesting how that works. I'm not sure. You pay for TradingView tick charts, do you? You could technically get tick charts even if you're trading like a different account. If you just buy a Top Step Combine, they'll give you it with Project X. Is gold getting smacked? Oh my God, bro, it's the end of the world. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Wow, gold is getting killed. Holy crap, what great follow through. This thing's getting smacked, bro. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's like a penny stock. Good riddance, bro. We have a daily low at 4.4323, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna stand a chance. There's just so much selling momentum here. This thing's getting killed, bro. How much was it? How much was it down? Down 20% in a week. In a week's worth of trading, down 20%. Crude little bounce. Crude little bounce. Crude is still like generally, given how volatile everything else is, it's holding this 98 level pretty well. Like it's kind of just holding everything really well, letting other markets shake out, and it's like, okay, when y'all are ready, I'm pumping back to 100. Get ready. Okay, look at gold here, man. This thing is volatile. I would not suggest trading it with more than like one micro. Dare we scalp it? Like, where do you buy it? This thing's getting smoked. This thing's getting smoked. I mean, where do you buy the thing? There's nowhere to buy it. You have a daily low at, like, once again, this 4.320 level, but given how strong the selling is, I just don't see it getting bought. Dare we try to trade this? This is an eval passer right here. This doesn't look good. Let me simulate like what the risk would be on this volatility. First and foremost. Oh my God. Oh, I should have just done that on my live account. Yeah, that thing's insanely volatile, even with a micro. Yo, what's good, Fade? Watt said I tried 3 bounce spots and lost all of them. Yeah, it's hard when you don't have a lot of structure to go on. Like, it's in a bit of a free fall in the daily, down 20%. I mean, that's like insane momentum. It's hard to catch the lows. Let's go, Raj. What's up, everybody? Cut. What's good? Cut. NQ lower, huh? Okay, yeah, sure as shit. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world. And Crude is just like holding the line meanwhile. Crude is just like holding the most steady, stable range of all time. 98, just bouncing back and forth between 98, 98.50. NQ's falling off a cliff. I guess we ought to pull back on gold. Gold trying to hit this low here. 4.333. Okay, nice little rejection there to 60s. Can we hold off of it? Thought the news on the crude would drop crude. Thought the news on straight would drop crude. Why? I don't think why do you think it would drop crude? You thought they were going to reopen the strait? I don't think they're going to reopen the strait, but hey, I don't know. I don't really think the Iran's going to reopen the strait. I thought they would. I don't think they would, but I'm not them. I don't really see them doing it. I mean, they can't fight back, not effectively. That's really their only like leverage they have, just keeping the straight closed. Consequences. Consequences. All right, Goldie. What's the next move, bro? What's the next move? Because we're not about to stay in this tiny little range, not after a huge sell-off like that. Not after a huge sell-off like that are we about to stay in this tiny range. So figure it out. Gold seems so risky. Oh yeah, it's definitely risky. We're gonna watch it for a while and maybe trade it, but we're gonna wait for whenever you see really crazy moves like this, it's usually the people that act like very quickly out of impulse that get burned a little bit. Trying to break this high at 62. There might be a little break through 60s here. Crude pulling down. What's NQ doing? A little bounce on NQ also. Okay. Seems like gold and NQ trying to reverse a little bit. Crude's selling back off. Yeah, 15 minutes. Yep. Good point. We got the hourly open in 15 minutes. The markets are moving though. Cannot complain. Cannot complain. Let me check. All right, gold just dude, gold's getting rejected off 70s. Pretty tough. This is fun to watch. We might trade it, but not in this range. Not in this range. It feels like a bit of a coin flip. Whenever I see like a really aggressive move, as soon as we see that first initial like rebalancing or retracement, I want to see at least a double leg pullback before I even consider trying to take a dip buy on it. Like you get a really aggressive selling move like that sometimes, and gold's a little tricky because it can just hit a bottom and then like slowly creep up and then just rip. But I'd much rather see it retrace and then make a new leg lower and then start becoming interested in a reversal trade, to be honest. Especially with how aggressively this market's getting sold on the daily, I don't think it's a bad idea to be very picky with your reversals, to be honest. I mean, it's getting smoked on the daily. You think government's shorting crude? Could be. All right, gold on the 5-minute pushing back down into these previous low wicks. We'll see if it can hold. Once again, I don't like to try to get in on that first initial retracement. I'm gonna let it go lower, preferably. I would look to probably play reversal at some point though. Is BSing in this range, bro? You know we're not holding this range after that big of a sell-off. Break out. Do something. We in the box. Yeah, we won't be here for long, though. If y'all are just now joining the YouTube, guys, hit the like button. TikTok, we're live on YouTube. BPC Trades. Go down 20%. I know, it's insane. Not from its all-time high. It's down more than that. From like last week. All right, NQ's low sitting at 53 right now, trading 73, so 20 points off. Gold BS into the range for a little bit. We might move NQ to the forefront until gold breaks out of this range. Let's do that. All right, if we break these lows on NQ, session lows are sitting about 65 points lower. If we break the lows, the current lows on NQ. Gold's down 30% from all-time highs. Oh, when you measure it backwards, duh. Yeah, 22. All right, gold. Gold. We're waiting for a breakout on gold before things get interesting again, I think. This is a very tight range after a really big selling move. I wonder if you can trade props from Canada. I think there's definitely some you can trade in Canada. You would have to check. I'm not really sure. But there's definitely more interesting countries that you can trade from than Canada, so I would think you can. $428 viewers, Dubby. Well, can we get 158? Can we get 145 likes for the P&L, 145 P&L, all traded live? We're going to try to get more, but we got to get out of the range, bro, which will happen soon enough. Once again, that 8 o'clock candle open comes in 9 minutes, usually very volatile open. Reentry sell on gold. I don't know, man. I want to see the new continuation move either out of this range, just either way out of the range. I want to see a new continuation move before I just try to get into this retracement. I want to do that. It just seems so choppy. I think directionally the short is right, but it's just I don't love it in this range. I don't feel like there's much of an opportunity. What's good, Bugs? Bam, slicing up the range on NQ. May hit 1K. No, I don't I don't think that. I don't think so. There would have to be a rapid. There would have to be a pretty crazy acceleration for some. There needs to be like I would have to be hosted or something. I don't really see that happening. But we are like progressively getting more and more viewers each week. Okay, new lows gold. Here's our new continuation move on gold. Let's pull gold back up. Okay, we have daily. This blue line is a support level on the daily. So we'll see if there's any reaction at all here. I think there may be one for a moment, but guys, there's so much selling momentum here that it might just keep running through. To be completely honest, I don't feel like it's gonna hold. Key levels. 4,300 is the next key level. If we can't hold 4320s, which once again, this blue line we have marked. Yeah, expect some reaction. Whether it is actually strong enough level of structure to create support, and then we can break back above this recent structure, this recent lower high in reverse, is to be determined. I don't think it's going to hold very long here, just given how strong the selling is on the daily candles. I think we'll bounce for a moment and then sell through it. But once again, the next key level is 4,300. We'll see if we hold that. And we're glued to gold like a hawk. I want to take a reversal trade at some point, definitely. Yeah, we definitely want to. Once again, we're bouncing off a daily support level. But given the context of how strong the sellers are in this market, I don't really think there's much of a bounce here, to be honest. I mean, this is the low that literally was most of the like parabolic rally formed off of. Yeah, like legit. Like this was a strong rally at this point in time, but this was the low that literally caused that pivot to where we just saw like the craziest, most aggressive selling ever, like more parabolic, crazy curve on gold, and now we're testing it and not getting a great bounce off of it either, to be honest. NQ just broke the recent lows. Gold is still holding this range so well, just so well. You're in a nasty crude trade. Nasty in as in how? Like you're getting chopped up? New lows NQ. Session lows are at 23,890. We're selling off on NQ here. We're about 50 points off the session lows. Gold's actually catching a little bit of a bounce. Nice little bounce back on NQ. Look at that move off the 40s. Can it hold? NQ price action disgusting. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm interested to see if it kind of holds the lows of the range here, or if we just sell right through the session lows. That's a 50-point window right there that we're looking at. 55-point window in which maybe we see a little bit of a slowdown, maybe a reversal. We're kind of starting to see it right now, to be honest. Crude is just impressive, like just holding so well, honestly. You just got here. What's good, Water? What's good, bro? We're 2 for 3 on scalp trades. Just being very, very patient, man. We should be getting into something soon here. I feel obligated to trade when I have a lot of viewers, man. We'll get into something whenever it arrives. Are you in the new office? Yeah, bro. It's pretty cool. Look, like the blue lights. Oh, wow. Big ripper on gold, actually. That's a big move on gold. I was talking crap on. I did not think we would see that aggressive a move. I guess in the higher, like, if we're really looking at the higher time frame, this isn't a significant bounce, but it's not a bad bounce. Could have just taken a buy off that support level on the daily. Nice rip. I mean, that was a pretty key level. I guess some reaction there is warranted for sure. At least a moderate reaction right there is warranted. That was literally the last low that we saw before just that really parabolic move on gold. We'll see though. Does it even hold? Can it even hold? Does this first dip get bought? 43.61. Do we find buyers at 43.61 on gold? Not at the moment. What about 58? 58. 58 going 1, 2, 3 times sold. 57, 56. I'm interested to see. Yeah, this is, ooh boy, ooh boy, ooh boy. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there is a temporary bounce there, but God, you cannot ignore how aggressive the selling is on the daily. This thing gets smoked. Smoke show, bro. Literally suplexed it. Suplexed it. Wow, the volatility is insane, y'all. Size down, please. If you care anything about what I say, size down. This volatility is wild. We get new lows in Q. NQ might be taking session lows here if we start to pick up some volume under the 40s. Peter Schiff getting vaporized. How high was he buying gold though? He's been talking about gold forever. I'm sure he did pretty well on gold. Surely he locked in some profit. He has a whole gold fund though. I guess, what are they, just like constantly buy gold only? And gold recovering off the 30s. Just insane. Oh, look at Crude. Look at Crude here trying to break out a little bit. Just comes out of nowhere, man. Crude is like, ooh boy. Do we want to try to take this momentum trade on Crude? We have the highs at 98.90. Let's try it. I hate myself. All right, we're trying to momentum trade on Crude here as we're breaking out. Breaking back above the VWAP. We'll look to try to trade this back into like 99. See if we get immediately faded on or not. It's hard not to take these crude momentum kind of breakout trades because we know the upside potential on crude is just so good that it's hard not to. It's you know what I mean? It's hard not to. Well, hopefully I mean we want to see the momentum continue. Maybe I should have waited for that 5-minute candle to close, to be honest. We might just get wicked on. What's the limit down for gold? 5%, but I feel like we're below 5. I don't know, honestly. I think it's 5. I'm telling you, they don't do limit downs until they don't do them unless they like feel like it. It's just kind of weird. Yeah, 5%. Should be 5%. I believe. No, it's 7%. It's 7%. My apologies. Prop firms don't want you trading it within 5%, I believe. Yeah, I got faded on this crude trade. I thought we had a clean little breakout there. I bought way too high. That was a dog crap trade. Wow. 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 That was horrendous. Never do that again. That was a massive fake out. I just got completely destroyed on that. Yup. I don't know. The crude, I like the crude trade for like the break to the upside if we can get it, but I just got smashed. That was a horrible trade, actually. We love giving back profit on a crappy trade where I just FOMO into an entry. Disgusting. Yeah, that's I'm like disgusted with myself. That's a horrible trade, bro. It's like a momentum trade, but then we completely just dry up. Ugh, disgusting. I don't know. Rule of thumb, don't take momentum trades in the overnight session because they rarely work out. They're just baity. All right, yeah. Gold bouncing a little bit here. Damn, nice, bro. Nice. Yeah, that's a killer bounce for sure. Why is crude like just edge, bro? I don't know. What is up with crude right now? I want to catch crude long, but I don't know. It's just so choppy. Do I even try it? It's doing it again. I'll try it again. I'll try crude one more time. If we get chopped up here, we'll call it GG's. I think we're getting chopped again. Crude's risky. I know it keeps looking like we want to break out, but it's not. 100 is well within reach. Thoughts on only trading on dips? Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for long, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Dude, if this 5-minute... Damn crude. Choppy as hell. Well, if crude doesn't break out here, this is like the most legendary range of all time. 98 to 98.40 pretty much. I'm getting stopped out again, which is insane. That's beautiful. Good Lord. Bro, I hate Chop. Feel like I fucking grinded to get to 150 just to be down now. Disgusting. Disgusting crude. Getting baited into like what looks like a really good breakout trade, and then I mean, there's no reason for this market to break out. It's a little bit of a preemptive trade, to be honest. Stick with one ticker. Well, no, I like the crude trade. It's just too choppy right now. That's all. My stops could be better positioned as well, I suppose. Like, where did I have that stop? A 5? All right, gold 44.20, a little bit of a sell-off. Crude is trying to bounce again, bro. The thing what's pissing me off is I'm putting my stops like here, and it's just tapping in and then going. It's like, why did I put my stop there? You know what I mean? Why did I put my stop right there? For the life of me, I can't understand. NQ pulling back. Crud chopped me up. Yeah, that range is, ooh, it's brutal. Okay, gold's still pushing higher. We have VWAP at gold at 44.31. Do we get any reaction at all at the VWAP? This hourly candle's really strong right here. Mark out this level. This is our previous structure here at 44.44, to be honest. We are quickly approaching the VWAP. Do sellers try to defend this level at all? That hourly candle is incredibly strong. Bro, I want to try Crude again, but I know it's just going to chop me. You know what I mean? I want to trade it back into the highs here. Oh, Crude. All right, traders, hit the like button if y'all are in the YouTube enjoying the stream. Let's get to 150 likes. Do whatever your heart tells you. I think it's just going to chop. There's no reason. I mean, if I've taken that trade, I'm like expecting a breakout that hasn't happened in a century. You love Crude. I don't really love Crude. I just want this damn breakout trade. But it's probably the least likely breakout trade. I'm just obsessed with it. Crude's interesting because like we know the breakout potential on it can be really, really strong, but it's right now it's not doing it at all. All right. Gold's trying to come back up to the VWAP here. I mean, like, can you buy the dip on Crude here? Maybe the low of the range. I don't love it how NQ is breaking out though. Okay, gold's testing a VWAP. Let's lock in. See what the reaction looks like here. I might like a trade where if gold can kind of break above VWAP and then see some exhaustion and then trade back down for at least a retest. Because I think short term there might be enough strength there to actually break it. Just given how strong we are coming off that daily level. But maybe on the break above it as we come back down to retest it as support maybe. But I don't know if I want to get in front of it here because it feels strong enough to break. There might be potential though. And then we do have resistance here at 48. Maybe let it get above, then take a short, try to trade it back into the VWAP. I might try something like that. NQ bouncing hard, very hard. Let me see what it would be like real quick. All right, so 23 to like 10-point stop. which is peanuts, is $100. Okay. 10-point stops, $100. 10 points is peanuts right now, honestly. It's like the smallest move ever. You could lose $1,000 real quick on gold with 1 micro. Yeah, I think that's what I'm most interested in, is letting gold, because it's pretty obvious we have enough strength to at least break for a moment, and then maybe on the break above it, if we see some exhaustion, try to sell. I would preempt some exhaustion, to be honest. I don't want to wait too long to like see exhaustion on this chart, because I just don't want to be behind a move. I don't want to be like behind a move on this. I'd much rather be in front of it if I'm gonna trade it. Look, we break and then immediately sell back. That could have been a decent little trade. Crude is on some extraterrestrial range activity. Prop giveaway? Nah, bro, but let me see if I can catch this winning trade really quick. Okay, it's pretty obvious we're accepting around the VWAP. I would be very surprised to see like a crazy pullback until we get some more continuation above it, but we're holding it very well. I think this is a bit of a waiting period until we clear the 30s a little bit, so I'm not going to do anything yet. We're doing pretty well at VWAP considering the fact that, yeah, it's doing really well around VWAP. I'm not going to touch it yet. I'm going to wait for the break above it. I want some more separation from it first. Oil breakout soon. Famous last words. I don't know, dude. It's just disgustingly range bound. I think it's just a little pullback before we break back above the VWAP. Still not touching it. Not short yet. Bro, look at Crude. Look at Crude. Watch Crude just sell all the way back down. That would just make my day. Just sell all the way back down. I mean, this range is incredible. This range is incredible. Like, how much do you trust it? All right, gold breaking VWAP. We're watching gold because we're interested in trying to take a short scalp. We have structure here at 48 that I expect to break. We need to, I mean, we're looking for this to get like very extended. Dude, people, y'all seem to be doing great. Good for y'all. What a rip. We are still waiting for gold. I'm being very, very patient to take this short scalp. Very patient. I don't want to get in too early. Gold, crude's holding the range, bro. The 50-cent range, like insanity. What in the world? Imagine like a mini here, mini here, mini here, mini here. Oh, goodness. You're anticipating to go higher and you would want it shorter to come down. What helps you not? Well, in this situation, I understand that we are like so high that it's although I do expect price to go a little bit higher before my short entry, I don't necessarily think that just because I think that's going to happen, it's a good trade opportunity. Because we are still super extended. Yeah, I don't really have the urge to like, if I'm looking for something to happen and then I want to take a trade, say here, I never really have the urge to like say, okay, well, I'm looking for this to go there and then I want to trade it from there to here. I never really like have an urge to take this buy position. Although I do think we go a little bit higher. I'm not really like super, super crazy about wanting to take that trade. I'd rather just wait for the other trade, to be honest. Little pullback on gold. Damn, bro, 44 would have been a good spot. Bro. Does Crude finally try to break out? Seems convincing this time. Watch, the one time you don't just get in long, it's just gonna rip. Looks convincing, keyword. I'm thinking about getting in at like 38. That would be just above the midpoint, but I don't even know if we'll see that. But that would limit my risk a little bit more than just entering right here, to be honest. Usually get some volatility here in 2 minutes, though. Dude, gold's getting smashed. Gold doesn't look like it's getting caught off this low at all. I think we all want to see crude trade above 100 a barrel tonight. That would be insane. It hasn't been able to trade above 100 and like hold above 100. The one time we don't take it, chat. The one time we don't take it. If we can clear 65 here, although we should have some volatility in about 20 seconds. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Nothing really. No real movement. I know. I feel like I'm going to miss this one, dude. I feel like I'm going to miss this one. We tried it twice. Got stopped out twice. Not really doing anything. You would expect a breakout right here, and it's really hesitating. We'll keep an eye on it. Gold just ripping vertical here. Gold ripping vertical here. What a freaking entry that would have been. That would have been the quickest turnaround ever. Jeez. Gold breaking the highs here at 45. I think crude is still not breaking out, which is insane to say, but here you go. NQ breaking 24,040s now. Not session highs, but the highs before the gap. We have like a triple top at 24,090. I could easily see us going to test that. We're back above VWAP. Session lows are holding. Look at gold here. This is where gold starts to become pretty interesting to take a short at some point here in this rally. For a more reasonable pullback. How much are we up off this low? I gotta know. 130 points. Crude is just doing it dirty, bro. Crude is doing it dirty, I'm not gonna lie. In fact, I'm taking a little scalp. Call me crazy. I might be insane. I'm trading crude back to the lows of the range here if we're gonna reject again. I have to put the stop above. As much as I hate to, I have to put the stop actually above the structure, because if not, I'll just get wicked out. We'll try to trade this back down to 98. It's like this just ticks off the, like literally bottom ticking the entries, by the way. Good Lord. No, this could get, this could start to look good. We can get back under 98.30s here on Crude. Seems like a boredom trade. It might be. I mean, it looked good for the moment. Came down pretty damn quick. I don't know. Crude's just insanely choppy right now. Hey, Muscat, appreciate the follow on YouTube. Yeah, this literally just turned around off the short entry. It's impressive. I think I saw it come down quick, and I was like, okay, quick momentum, just sell from high to low. Try to get into that. It might be. It probably was a boredom trade. It's obviously not working out. I've been doing really well bottom ticking and top ticking Crude in the wrong direction, though. Very well. Okay, I filled 8 more. I filled 3 more on the test of my entry, which seems like I might get top ticked or bottom ticked again, which is insane to say. See if we trade through 98. See, this is where I see it come down so quickly and so aggressively that I'm like, okay, now this is a break. Fuck the range trade. I want the breakout. See, this is where it starts to get a little weird. All right, let's focus. You need to think about exits right now. I see it flush so quick. I'm like, oh, there's just no way it's going to hold the range. Although it does really look like a break. Start to convince yourself a little bit. Okay, we're kind of, yeah, I guess you do have to take some off right here because we're at the lows. It just came down into it so quick, you know? I mean, we're not at the lows. We're at like the lower third, not at the lows. I like this. I'm going to hold on to it for a second. Just for a second. I'm looking for a little bit deeper, to be honest. A little bit deeper. Just under the 20. The break of the 20s would be good. Yeah, I think we got it here. I'm not going to lie. Break 20s, I'll go break even. It's interesting to see how quickly Crude can like sell into a level and then just hold it. I know, but it, you know what I mean? It makes me a little hopeful. I think we break 20s at least for a second here. The real lows of the range are like actually truly 98. Current bid sitting at 23, 22. Yep, there you go. Looks pretty decent. See, this is where it starts to turn into greed. I need to lock in something here. I'll take 4 off. Please. I didn't get filled. Brother. I love this 5-minute candle. This is the most aggressive 5-minute candle we've had into this level. I know we need to lock in some though. This still looks good. Pushing lows. Can we flush here a little bit? I'm going to take 4 off for sure. I know it's a little greedy to just anticipate that we're going to flush. So we locked in 4. And I'm going to hold on to these and see if we can go break 98. This is a really clean 5-minute rejection candle. All we got to do is sweep these lows. I know that's a big task, but we'll see. I took 4 off for sure, so we'll see. This could turn into something decent, little decent trade here if this 5-minute can break the lows. I like it so far. Bro, I don't look like Mr. Beast, bro. Not even close. Come on, Crude. Give me something, bro. Come on. 98.15s are low. Realistic profit target, I'd kind of look to take this off as we move back down under 98.10. Maybe look for 97.90. We have lows here. Kind of look for, if we're going to continue rejecting 98.60s, can we go retest the real lows of the range? I wouldn't mind doing something like this. I only have, yeah. This would be great. This would be great. If this could play out, that would be great. And it's not gonna. That's incredible. GG's. Just take the range trade, bro. Just pack it up. Gold is ripping back to these highs in the 80s now. Dude, NQ looks great right here. I'm not going to lie. It's a really high entry, though. I think NQ breaks 90s at least. Coming up to a quadruple top with continued failed breakouts to the downside. Pretty high entry, though. Look at Crude again. Crude wicked 98.15, is now bouncing back up to 98.50. Good thing we locked in something, but just insane how well it can hold that range. It almost feels like it's just so hard to like not expect a break for me, but wow, what a range. NQ looks good to at least go retest this triple top, to be honest. Seems pretty persistent about it. Crude bounced back up to 98.50, sold back down to 98.35, back to 40s. Just crazy, crazy range. Look at Crude. This is insane, bro. That range is crazy. What a crazy range. It is literally the most respected 60-cent range that I've ever seen in my whole life. Wow. Evening. What's good, Mike? Welcome back. Yeah, NQ looks pretty decent for a dip buy here, at least to continue the trend, at least into these highs, whether we reject again or not. I don't really see how we don't push these highs, to be honest. Break and reclaim of the VWAP. The entry could be better. It's pretty high entry, but also with Crude toying a breakout, it's a little interesting. Look at Crude. It's like, oh, dude, we're watching Crude. Look at this, 98.70s. This thing does not know what it wants to do. Does it hold the range again? Does it wick 70s and then sell back to 98? Just feels so much like we want to break through 99. It's kind of causing NQ to roll a little bit. It might actually wick and hold the range. Wow, this is insane. It's 98.70 to 98.50. I want to just trade the range on Crude because I don't trust it. That's the hardest part about range trading, is trusting it. We've been in it for so long. Statistically, we are more likely to break out than anything. We have been in it for a long ass time. We've been in it for a long time. I get extra spooked by trading ranges the longer we've been in them. NQ just slowly pulling back right now. Crude's an interesting spot because we either put in a higher low and break through 99, or we sell back to the lows of the range from here. Here's where we are. I like NQ long to that 24,090 level. We break back above that, NQ could potentially go gap fill, but Crude, although not really going anywhere directionally, is toying a breakout on this, in this range at 98.60. Big pullback NQ. $600 from passing an eval, bruh. You got it. The home stretch. Dude, Crude just very much feels like it wants to break out. I don't know how else to say it. Look at Crude. Yep, gold. Nice pullback, gold. Nice pullback. NQ pulling back as well. Might try a little bit of a scalp long here on NQ, to be honest. See if we can get some continuation back to the structure at 24,087. I like the potential for, if we do test it again, it'll be a quadruple top, and the probability of us breaking that is pretty damn high. So that's kind of what I'm interested in as far as that upside potential. We need Crude to pull back a little bit as well. That'd be good. See if we can get a good price here on, and then probably my stop would go into the VWAP. I want to at least see us hold the midpoint. The VWAP sitting there at 24,014. If I get up early on it, I might take it and try to get back in. Trying to take this dip buy on NQ, anticipating kind of a retest of this structure here. Crude's pulling back off the top. Looks like it wants to hold the range a little bit. Trying to get a damn good deal on NQ right here. Shopping. Current low is 43. Quadruple top bearish. No, I think a quadruple top is a high probability breakout trade if we can create it. That is, like, essentially the more times we've tested a level, also while putting in continued bullish structure under this level, like higher lows, for example, if we hold the 40s right here, that would be bullish to me. If we can pull back into a level that has been tested 4 times, because it shows the kind of a vulnerability that level is not strong enough to create trends away from it, right? Because we keep pulling back in and retesting it. If we can create a quadruple top, we might see a break through it. I want to get an entry here if I can. I'm watching NQ right now. I wouldn't mind like high 30s. High 30s. See if we can get that fill. Stop at VWAP. Can we get in there, please? Crude's wanting to hold the range, it looks like. All right, let's see if we can get picked up here. We've got orders to buy in at 35 with the stop below the VWAP. Just looking to play a retest of the top of this range right here. If we get green early, I'll go break even. If we get green early with a pretty significant bounce, I'll probably take something off the table, to be honest. About to find out. I'm superstitious about price coming right down and not filling me that I move it down a little bit lower. Yuck. Yuck. Not filling me right there is criminal. See, in this situation, now that we've bottomed and we are bouncing again, I don't know if I would love now that we've already attempted to bounce, if we fell here and retest the entry, I don't know if I want to be picked up again. You know what I mean? That's the interesting spot. That's what makes it interesting. Like, do I even want to be in the trade anymore now that we've come down to my point of interest and bounced it? If we fail to move higher here, like the original plan was, and come back down, do I even want to get filled? That is the trick question. Crude still looks like it maybe wants to break out. It's like holding the top of the range a little bit. It's not totally sure. Gold still selling off. Yeah, we didn't get filled there. I think my entry was at 34. We ticked 35. I like the idea of how we're trying to get into the entries. I feel like we're getting pretty damn good at like bottom ticking a lot of the time, which is good. It's very good. Just sometimes you don't get picked up. Yeah, gold is getting smashed. I wonder if it breaks 400 with some volume, as a matter of fact. Like, if we can't hold, because we're in a slow bleed, if we can, we might start selling with a little bit more volume here, to be honest. If we can't hold 400s, it might get a little ugly. Yo, take it easy, Mike. Oh, that NQ trade was the one, chat. I didn't get the fill on it, man. I don't think there's any other trade but to do that long. But I didn't get a fill on it, damn it. Crude is in a slow crawl back to the highs here. Got a pretty big pullback on NQ, looks like, yeah. You wanted gold shorts. I was interested in gold shorts. I guess I wasn't paying attention to it. Yep, I told you, a little bit of volume now on gold. Doesn't surprise me to see that there, break of 400s. I was looking for it. I guess I stopped paying attention at some point. This thing's pulling NQ down pretty heavy as well, a little bit. I wonder if gold just fades all the way back down. Does not look good. We're about 50% of the that retracement, 50% of it now. See buyer step in here. Keep an eye on NQ because I feel like this trade might want to get filled. All right, NQ, let's see what you got. New hourly incoming, good looking out. Yeah, hourly. It closed with a little pullback off the highs. Crude is the most interesting hourly open. Oh, shit. What? Dude, I hate when it does that. All right, we're good. Reset. See, now we're... Oh, boy. How do I get the DOM back up now? Good to go. We are just waiting on NQ, bro. Painfully, painfully. We got 460? Hey, man. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, there we go. 200 likes. I was about to say, we're one like, literally one like away. Appreciate y'all. Wow, huge ripper on gold out of the hourly open. Incredible. Crude trading 98.75. If there ever was a time to break out on crude, it's now. Or stop you on NQ. I've got it at the VWAP at 25.14. I'm starting to like, I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to get a fill on it at this point. I would just love to see a random rip on crude of like $3. Trade like pop to 101. That'd be insane. It looks pretty good right now. Yo, take it easy, Keegan. Damn, 215 likes. Appreciate y'all, guys. Appreciate y'all. All right, NQ. Let's see. Can we get the fill on this trade? Can we get the fill on this trade? What would be horrible timing is as this market comes down to fill these long orders, is if Crude decides to just have impeccable timing and rip to 99. That would probably just flush us out completely. That's something I'm a little worried about, to be honest. Because Crude is in position, if it wanted to just rip 99 here. You know what I mean? We're trading 98.80s. If we really wanted to. That's the only thing I'm a little skeptical about. Did you get Sonic the other day? Dude, no, but right now that actually sounds amazing. That actually sounds amazing. 48-hour Trump ultimatum. I believe it's tomorrow sometimes or sometime around. I feel like he tweeted that at like 3 or 4 p.m. So like market close tomorrow. That'll be an interesting one. But how quickly he actually bombs their power plants, I don't know. Like, does he bomb them at the 48-hour mark or like the day after? Or like, you know what I mean? Okay, here goes Crude. Okay, here goes Crude. Actually lock in. Anybody trying to chase this long on Crude? Cannot say I blame you. I mean, this thing can rip to 100. It really can. It really can. Oh boy. $98.88 on Crude last trade. This thing might rip. This thing might rip. Previous high is 98.93. If we break that, we could go. And if we go, it might kill the NQ trade, to be honest. If we go, hit the like. Appreciate it, Greg. Let's get 250 like. We have 500 people in here. All right. Crude breaking previous highs. Crude is now trading 99. Ripping, by the way. This might fuck up my NQ trade. 99.05. Okay. What's the follow through looking like above that recent high? Do we break out here or do we... We could still do something like this where it's like... You have the extreme high, extreme low, and then like an ascending wedge or like a parallel channel. Like, honestly, it could continue doing something like this where it maybe comes up and tests 99.30s and then sets another range. NQ is BSing, bro. I might look at gold. How are we not going to fill right there? A little bit of rejection on Crude. Break even on Crude longs. What a great position to be in. I hope that it goes for you. I hope it doesn't continue ranging because it's BSing right now. I hope it goes for you. God, Crude can be so rangy sometimes, and it's hard to time the breakouts because you just never know, man. You just never know when it's going to go. I'm not going to lie. If I was long on this and I was break even and it comes all the way down, I would be pissed. Ugh. Ugh. I would not be liking that. Crude. What's the easiest market to go on tilt right now if you had to guess? NQ, gold, Crude. I'm going to say Crude. NQ is a very close second, though. NQ is a very close second. Actually, NQ might be first. Gold longs, right? I think you're fighting a trend on the daily. I think it's really, I don't know. I would only be looking for shorts, but that's just me. That's just me. But hey, man, do not let me sway what y'all do at all, because honestly, y'all have probably been trading better than me in this market, to be completely honest. So hey, trust yourself, man. Yeah, Crude's BSing. Crude is BSing on that pullback. Crude's BSing on that pullback. Hey, how's everything going? Pretty good, Zombie. Appreciate you for asking. Hopefully everything's going good for you as well. Can you explain the 500 tick chart? Yeah, the 500 tick chart is literally, just think about it, 500 orders, right? So a new candle forms, is created, opens and closes based on 500 orders, right? So whenever momentum in the market increases, whenever you see those quick moves in the market, that 500 tick chart is going to keep you kind of in line with the pace of the market a little bit better. So when you have less volume and less volatility, this chart's going to be really slow and choppy. And when you have more speed and more volatility, this market's going to be very quick. And what's actually cool is it'll create these levels of structure during those moves, that the very quick moves especially, that you may not be able to see on a time-based chart. And so they can kind of help you get, if you're very, very much a market structure trader, it kind of helps you get a little bit more detailed levels to look at, exactly see how price traded around those levels. So it's just an order-based chart instead of a time-based chart. But time-based chart's still very good. Yeah, Crude just BSing right now. Crude is actually BSing right now. Look at that rejection, man. And NQ is not going to fill my freaking trade. Is it good for me to mark my zones and see how 500 tick reacts around it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. And if you're, if you're trading on a lower time frame anyways, then you can try the 500 tick chart out. It's a good substitute. But definitely, yeah, use it in conjunction with, in combination with a higher time frame chart for sure. And yeah, you can mark your levels out. Like I marked, shit, bro. It's actually funny looking back. I marked this blue line out and this blue line out before we even tested it, which is crazy in hindsight. Because look at the structure here. Look at the 500 tick chart. Look at the structure. And then, well, this, most of y'all saw this. This was just a daily low from months ago, I believe. But I mean that, right? Like stuff like that. I marked this out before the high, like as a level I might want to start looking at a short for, and I didn't execute on it. But yeah, use it in combination with a higher time frame based chart. Long NQ, yeah, I've got orders in to get long on NQ if I can get a fill, damn it. I'm sitting down here at 20s waiting to get picked up. Pretty decent size, 7 micros. Not bad. Been doing all right? Okay, bro. You got it, bro. Appreciate you for tuning in, Zombie. We're about to find out soon, I think, if we get a fill. Keep an eye on Crude, of course. Hey, what's good? What's good? Relax. Everybody on YouTube, man, make sure I hit the like button. We're probably gonna see a break of 38 here in a second, which will mean lock in because we might get a fill. All right, we got orders in at 26, 24. I've got my stop loss at the VWAP. Looking to get filled long on NQ for a retest at the top of this range. And I've got my stop loss. I like where VWAP is in this situation. Right below the entry. Want to see buyers defend this level. Want to see buyers maintain control of this market, defend this level. I don't even really want to see it get tested, to be completely honest, but want to see it defend this level and then move back to the highs of the range. Crude maybe trying to make a lower high here at 98.60, so that could be good. But let's see if we can get this NQ trade going. See if we get smoked. Oh, a little bit of volatility. And Crude's ripping higher a little bit. I always get a little weary when we come down this fast. I'm going to trust the plan, though. Shit, we better find out, chat. We better find out whether we're a winner or a loser. 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 Go. If you're going to do it, bro, fill it. What's with the no fill, bro? Oh, this shit keeps happening. What is with the no fill? Killing me. All right, we might pull this a little bit lower. Pulls the orders lower, then complains about not getting filled. I think I did have an order at 30. Why wouldn't you take shorts to your limit buy? Just not my style. Although in hindsight, yeah, that would have worked out pretty well. Yo, Farak, appreciate the follow on YouTube, my man. Okay, 2 got filled. About a 10-point stop. It's a very tight stop, but we want to see VWAP hold in this situation, so I'm okay with it. If we can break back above 30s and hold, I'd like to go break even as soon as possible. Break even. I don't hate the idea of trying to take some profit off the table when you get that quick of a bounce. But I also really like to hold this to 50. I'm going to hold it. Fuck it. I tell myself all the time, take profit, bro. But, like, come on. That's a beautiful 20-point turnaround. I'm going to fucking hold it. I don't know. I'm going to hold it. I want the bigger trade. I think that's a great entry. I think we have weak structure above. I think there's a damn good chance we go put in a quadruple top. I like this one. I'm going to hold it. No regrets. Fuck it. We ride or die. Probably should have taken profits. Dumbass. My bad. Yeah, that's a big rejection. Rip. We might be cooked. Dude, it's so hard not to just hold them when you get great entries like that. When price just turns around so quick. It's not wanting to hold. That's a really ugly rejection. I don't have faith in it no more. I think we're cooked. I mean, this was a 1-minute candle all the way to 50. Why didn't I just take it? That was the easiest 25 points ever, and I didn't take it. I should have taken it, bro. How are we not taking the profit? I should have just taken that. Well, we have the lows, but this 1-minute structure is not looking super strong. We might get swept. And if we get swept, well, we're probably going to break the VWAP. In that case, I don't really want any piece of it. Yo, what's good, teammate Alex? How you doing, bro? Have faith in your conviction. I do. I do. Now that we're back to 50, I do. If we're going up, I like it. If we're going down, I don't like it. Not that it matters whether I'm confident in it or not, because at this point we're just break even. I'm not gonna touch it. I mean, it's nice to be confident in the trade for sure, but yeah, you're right. Maybe a little second guessing. I don't know. It's been hard to trust this market, you know? In turn, hard to be confident in this market or in your trades. I'm just watching this at the 40s, like literally not want to break higher. We're kind of just bitching. NQ's just bitching at the 40s. Yeah, I'm looking at the 1 minute chart at the moment. Yep. I switch them around a little bit. Yo, appreciate all the follows. Let's go. And make sure if you're going to trade any evaluations, use code BPC on all props. All right, let's get the 50s pushing. This looks good. That was a great entry. I'm getting really good at the entries on these little scalp trades. Getting really good. So I'm proud of that. These scalp trade entries are getting precise. Precise entries. Beautiful. What's your TP? I want to see those the structure high, 24,088, I believe. If I win this trade and we push to 70s, 80s, I'm rewarding myself by getting a chili cheese quarter-pound coney from Sonic and a blue Raz slush with nerds. Yo, chat, can we get 275 likes for this banger of a trade? Actually, scratch that. I'm going to get a Sonic Blast. Scratch that. We're not going to win the trade. Glorious. Glorious. Come on, brother. I trust. I believe. I believe. I believe. I don't know, guys. It's been so difficult to hold on to trades in this market. It's tricky, you know. What was the highs? 57? We might, I don't know. I want to lock in profit, but also there's so much upside potential. I do like the, I don't know. I don't know. It's okay to not know, right? I don't know what I want to do. I want to lock in some profit, but also I'm pretty convicted that we run to 25,000 at least. The highs here at 60s. It's just been difficult to know what to do here as far as holding or not holding. You know. I mean, it's a great entry. Whenever I get this good of an entry, I really want to hold, which is worse, because like I almost won't let go of the trade whenever I get this good of an entry. Yeah, whenever we get a bottom tick like a wick entry like that, I just will I won't let go of the trade. I'm convinced I bought the bottom. I'm convinced I bought the bottom. Anybody else, y'all ever get convinced you bought the bottom of the market just for it to come back and take you out? You did not buy the bottom of the market. NQ is arse. I agree. I agree. NQ about to rip, bro. Say jinx. Say jinx. Please say jinx. Can we push the highs here? I've got a limit sell in at 70. Okay, I took 5 off. I have 2 more. I've got an exit at 82 and an exit at 24,096. Put my stop loss under that recent higher low. Oh, dude, one of my lights died back there. Damn it. They're all dying. Shit. All right, I'm adding back into this here if we fill 48. Quick retest. Stop break even. I'm going to let it ride with 5. We get stopped out. We get stopped out. We're up 365 no matter what. I added back 48. Want to see if this is just a quick touch and go. I'm glad I took something out of the trade. Shit. The follow through is... The follow through is horrible in this market. No breakout trade. I added back in. Pretty much looking for this to hold here. No matter what, we're going to walk away up 360, so that's good. And no follow through. All right, up 360 on that trade. Dude, lock in profit. Holy crap, this market sucks. Holy crap, this market sucks. Lock in fucking profit, for the love of God. Oh, it's so bad. It's such a bad market. Oh, the market's really bad. That's disgusting. Wow, well, really? These ranges are brutal, man. Look at this 5 minute. Disgusting. At least we got it. At least we got it, bro. Like, shit. Up 360. All right, can we get 360 likes for 360 profit? Why didn't you take the trade again? Because I don't like it. Because it's failing to break out. I mean, some people might do that. I don't like it. I mean, we need to break out. We've only tested this level like multiple times. I don't know why we can't break out right there. Maybe it goes here, but nah, I don't like it. I would have much preferred it broke out right there. I would have much preferred it broke out right there, because now we're leaving a ugly wick on the 5 minute. Depends what it closes like, but yeah, no, don't really like it. Did you get wrecked on the short? I think I ended up getting out of it, but yeah, no, I ended up getting out of it. But yeah, I saw it held the lows at 92 and went all the way back to 98. Well, we're up 350. That's a good little trade. I'm not going to lie. Happy with it. Excuse me. Realistically, what did we risk on that trade? We got in, what, 23 was our average? Damn near a bottom tick. And we were targeting here, and our stop was right below VWAP. So, I mean, that was that. Right? That was not a bad little trade right there. What is that? 1 to 3? Realistically, we only got out a half here because this market's crap and can't hold its weight, and the other half here. So not bad. Or the other half just break even, because I ended up buying back into this dip, seeing if it was just a touch and go. Not horrible. Check gold. I see gold. Gold coming off. Gold is an interesting spot. Pretty decent session right here. There's been a lot of opportunities. I think I liked NQ a little bit better, but a lot of opportunities in gold tonight. For sure. How many viewers? Oh boy, 450. 250 likes. Let's get 275 likes, guys. Well, we're up decent on the night. I can't complain with up 360. Could have been up more if we took it all out at the top, but dude, it's so hard. You just got to take profit in this market. That's all it is. These ranges are something else. Off the weird market. I'm telling you, it's so weird. Good job, though. Like, you know how nice it would be to buy that like we did, and then just keep going. Go! You know? Ooh, it's so tough. If it breaks 24, 23 level, go short 24. Yeah, it's come back down. Coming back down. It keeps failing to break back to the top of the range, which is yucky. Dude, we got 275 likes. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, what's really good is I've been doing pretty good about, I'm not to pat my own back, but just like saying it out loud as a journal or something. We're getting pretty good entries. Like, we're getting pretty good entries where at least if we don't get like the follow through, I'm at least able to get break even pretty quick. Getting into these levels where we at bare minimum, and it's not all the time. I mean, we could just flush sometimes when we get this long, but like getting long around these areas where you at least have the potential to like buy into the selling, get initially a little bit of a bounce, then get break even, and then decide whether you want to try to hold it or take partials, or that's nice. I need to keep doing that. Just talking to myself, I need to keep doing that. Getting into this where we at least get a little bit of an initial move. From that point, we can kind of go break even or do what we need to do. Obviously, it's not guaranteed that we're always going to get these entries, but it is nice to be able to get break even quick at least. Or at least get at least a real quick response off the entry and decide if we want to do something with it. I mean, we got long on this 1 minute candle, 23, then it ripped to 48. Like 20 minutes in a point. Sorry, 20 points in a minute. What am I saying? All right, chat. I think we're going to wrap it up, man. I don't see the need to force it. We took a nice trade there for a big one. I mean, that was huge. It would have been way better if we actually got some follow through, but God, I keep thinking every week that, hey, this week's going to be, we're actually going to move with some purpose and get a little bit of follow through, man. It's going to be good. And then nope. All right, guys, we're looking at Crude try to break 99 once again. I would not be surprised to see Crude trading at 100 at some point tonight. Maybe I'll stay up and watch it, but would not be surprised. GG's. All right, peace, y'all. God bless, man. Y'all take it easy. I will see y'all tomorrow night, Monday night. Then, of course, I'll be trading live tomorrow in the private mentorship community. That's a New York session around 9 a.m. Central if you are interested in that. It's, just when we're trading the New York session, pretty much, using most of the same concepts, just a little bit more guided live trading session. But, yeah, use code BPC on all props. Appreciate y'all that do. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. 277 likes. That might be, I don't think it's a record, but it's a damn good way to start the week. So I appreciate everybody in here tuning in. And we will see y'all in the next one. God bless. Look at NQ. Keep selling. We'll keep an eye on the markets, man. Y'all have a great rest of the night. Trade well, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night, Monday night. Be there, 7 Central. Maybe a little bit earlier. All right, guys. God bless. Peace. Okay, I got filled into a 7 micro long position here in the overnight session. It's 9 p.m. at night, trading the NQ. Okay, I just got filled 7 micros long at 24,023. I'm going to go break even if price can break above 24,030 and hold. Look at NQ.